Top 5 of the most evil serial killers you have ever known. Number 1. Pedro Alonso Lopez. Pedro Alonso Lopez is a Colombian serial killer accused of raping and killing more than 300 girls across South America. Was believed to have preyed on young and vulnerable girls in Peru. He lured them to secluded areas or inside unoccupied buildings where he raped each of them, before killing them by a range of brutal methods, primarily strangulation. Lopez was arrested when an attempted abduction failed and he was trapped by market traders. He confessed to over 300 murders. The police only believed him when a flash flood uncovered a mass grave containing many of his victims. Eventually 53 bodies were discovered. Imprisoned in 1980, he served just 18 years before being released from an Ecuadorian prison, and was deported to Colombia, where he was rearrested and in 2002 was sentenced to life. Number 2. Dr. Harold Shipman. Dr. Harold Frederick Shipman was an English doctor and is one of the world's most prolific serial killers in recorded history, proven to have been responsible for up to 250 murders. A trusted doctor, he was well respected in his community. However, colleagues and local undertakers began raising concerns over the high death rate in the area and the large number of cremation forms for elderly women that he had countersigned. Several bodies were later exhumed and post-mortems revealed dimorphine within their system. It was later established Shipman had purposely injected fatal doses of the drug in a huge number of patients, causing their death. He then forged their wills so he could inherit large sums of money and completed cremation requests to destroy the victims' bodies. The trial judge sentenced him to 15 consecutive life sentences and recommended that he never be released. Shipman later hanged himself in January 2004 in a cell at Wakefield Prison. Number 3. Daniel Camargo Barbosa. Camargo was a Colombian serial killer who is believed to have raped and killed over 150 young girls in Colombia and Ecuador during the 1970s and 1980s. He calmly confessed to killing 71 girls in Ecuador after escaping from the Colombian prison. He led authorities to the dumping grounds of those victims whose bodies had not yet been recovered. After raping his victims, he attacked the girls with a machete. He was convicted in 1989 and sentenced to just 16 years in prison, the maximum sentence available in Ecuador. In November 1994, he was murdered in prison by the cousin of one of his victims. Number 4. Pedro Rodriguez Filho. Pedro Rodriguez Filho is a Brazilian serial killer. Arrested in 1973, he was later convicted in 2003 of murdering at least 71 people and sentenced to 128 years imprisonment. Committing his first killing at the age of 14, began a series of burglaries and carried out a murdering spree against local drug dealers in revenge for his girlfriend being killed by criminals whilst he was in prison. By the age of 18 years old, he had killed 10 people. Whilst imprisoned, he executed his own father, who was also serving time for murder. Remarkably, he went on to kill at least 47 inmates while imprisoned. Initially sentenced to just 30 years imprisonment, his continued killings have led to further convictions, and his sentence has been increased to 400 years imprisonment. Number 5. Gary Ridgway. One of the United States' most prolific serial killers, Gary Ridgway was arrested in 2001 for 4 murders, though confessed to killing at least 70 women in Washington state throughout the 1980s and 1990s. He avoided the death penalty by provided detailed confessions and led police to the dumping sites of his victims, 5 of whom he dumped in the Green River, leading to the press nicknaming him the Green River Killer. He was convicted of 49 murders and sentenced to life imprisonment without parole. I hope you enjoyed watching the video about top 5 of the most evil serial killers you have ever known. Subscribe to our channel and learn more about new things. Thanks for watching video. Subscribe, comments, likes and share. Thank you.